worldwide. Every weight class. It's Lewis Heaton. Whiskey Bynum. It's the Boxing Rush Hour Show, hosted by Abraham Gonzalez. You know what you came for? Yes, indeed. This where you come to get your info. Listen up. Other shows throwing the towel. It's the Boxing Rush Hour Show. Let's go. In the ring we throw hands, octagon elbows. Analytical, critical commentary is necessary. A bevy of opinions, we heavy on the winning. This podcast is to break down the pay-per-view. For boxing purists, you'll let this man through. We rise right, surprise sight at the prize fight. Hands taped up and gloves tied tight. Ring the bell, want some, get some. Let the chips pour where they may. Work the George from.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to the Boxing Rush Hour Show. I have some exciting news. I'm thrilled to announce my partnership with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert, opening up an incredible opportunity for you to join some of my favorite sports books. With the packed boxing schedule coming up, there's no better time than now to get started. Head over to my dedicated page at signupexpert.com/fightsatw to explore a selection of sports books tailored to your region, each with unique offerings. If you're ready to take your sports betting to the next level and show some love for my brand, I highly recommend signing up for your next sports book through my Sign Up Expert link. You can easily find it in the description below. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the Boxing Rush Hour Show, fightsatw.com. I'm here with the guy that seems like the opponents just don't want to make it to the ring, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Ernesto Tito Mercado, 16-0, 15 KOs. Ernesto or Tito, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Can't complain. Back in training. Just excited for my next fight coming up.
Yeah, no doubt. And so before we get into that, in the late summer, or at least we all found out in late summer that you signed with Matchroom. I'm curious to know what stood out about them that made you want to go in that direction, and was there something unique about the deal, co-promotion or anything like that involved?
I mean, more or less, man, we've seen the track record, man. They've been making these big fights happen within the past year or two. They get the fights done, the fights that I've seen these fighters demanding that, that before they sign with them, they got the fights that they wanted. And, if you want those big name fights, we know, unfortunately, we got to go with a big promoter who has pull. And we feel like Eddie Hearn was the guy to not only, be able to promote the fight very well, but get us the fights that we want. And like I said, man, track record, he's been showing it.
Yeah, no doubt. And you were supposed to fight your fourth fight in 2024 recently, but your opponent was 7 pounds over at the last minute. This thing about last minute, whether it's overweight, whether it's not showing up, it kind of tends to happen when they realize that they're going to fight you either the next night or in the days to come. Was there a moment where you were like, man, not this again at this point?
Yeah, man, especially, it being my debut, a lot of people were anticipating me fighting. A lot of people the day before coming up to me saying they were excited for me to fight. I had a lot of people that flew in from LA to go watch me fight. So to me, man, it was like, even to a point where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take the fight just like that. But that's too much weight, man. By the time you rehydrate, too, it's gonna be up to 170. And a lot of people say, oh, there's certain fighters that took fights for a little bit, but it could go either way. Once you lose the fight, you can't be saying, oh, he was. So it could go either way, man. So it's really, you got to pick and choose your battles, man. So it just really depends on your situation. But for me, man, it just made no sense. He wasn't even trying to lose the weight. A guy that doesn't even try to lose the weight, man, he don't deserve to fight.
Yeah, not only that, but not at this point in your career. You're making your debut with a major promotional company. You've already made it to this point of your career. Like, that might be like early career stuff, but not at this point.
Yeah, man. If I was a main event, maybe it would be a little bit different, but man, it just made no sense. Made no sense. Yeah. 7 pounds made no sense for me. And like I said, man, we excited for the next fight.
All right. And then obviously you were upset, but your new promoter, Eddie Hearn, has made efforts to make it right. So when are we expecting to see you back in the ring?
January 25th in Las Vegas. That's my next date. So we ready.
Okay. And has there been an opponent named?
Yeah, I'm actually going against Jose Pedraza on January 25th. So obviously a way bigger name than the last fight, and I'm just excited, man. Former world champion. I think this fight is definitely gonna put me on the map, and in Vegas, so we're better to be at.
Yeah, no, that's a really good fight for you, man. let's talk about the transition from being a independent fighter trying to figure it out to going to a major promotion. Do you feel like there's a load off your shoulders because there's no longer like you yourself and I trying to figure it all out with your dad and stuff?
Yeah, definitely a lot easier, man. But when I guess when it comes to the sense, these fighters still not being professional, I guess in that sense things don't change. I mean, back then when independent, we still had guys trying to come overweight. We gotta make sure they don't weight. So I mean, unfortunately, man, fighters nowadays, man, they're becoming more and more professional. I mean, I think that weekend there was like 4 or 5 fighters that came in overweight. And we're seeing it more often now. So I guess in that sense, no. But as far as, the venue, promoting the fight, yeah, it's definitely been a load off our shoulders. And like I said, man, Match has been doing big fights. Drawn Ennis, that would have been a great card to be under. They had Bam, it was a lot of promotion. So definitely disappointed not fighting that one. But in that sense, man, definitely been a lot off our shoulders.
Yeah, but I mean, you weren't able to fight there, but now you're getting like a step up, former world champion veteran in Pedraza in January. I think, it kind of works itself out if I have to say from the outside looking in.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And then even then, man, Pedraza, I know we offered to fight him before I was independent. We kept trying to get, I think having a certain level of promoter like Eddie Hearn sometimes could get you through the door. Even if these guys keep saying no, you eventually, have a chance to, they just see it more of, I guess, too high of a risk, low reward. So I guess in that sense, it definitely does help out because we offer a lot of top guys fights and they just rejecting them. And then, like I said, having a top guy like that definitely helps out a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. All right. In in short, like how would you describe this year for you? What some of the things that maybe went right, maybe some of the things that went wrong, or if there's anything that you would change about it.
Man, I think this year's been a pretty good year for me. Besides me not fighting in November, obviously, I feel like it was a long camp, to be just thrown out the way like that. But other than that, man, I think everything's been going, as planned. We got a big signing with Matchroom, like you said, late summer. I think it was like August, September-ish. That was big for me, man. And then to be able to just, be with them and them kind of me, putting me as their next guy for 140 and just, putting me in great fights, man. Like this next fight they got me with, definitely doing better I mean, they definitely stepped up from the last opponent that I got in November. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy with my career's going, man. And hopefully I can fight 4 or 5 times this year to make up for last year for the
Yeah,
what happens in this fight.
yeah, and I was gonna ask you, is 2025 where we see you get fast track to a even bigger fight or a title fight, or are you comfortable and patient with where you see, where the chips fall moving forward?
No, man, I wanna keep getting these bigger fights. And like I said, man, I feel like with this fight, they definitely stepped up. And the next fight, we're gonna keep asking for more step ups. And depending, obviously, I come out healthy. I want to fight as many times as possible. So hopefully the goal is at least, for sure 4, but I want to hit at least 5 to make up for, like I said, this year that I missed the fight. And I just want to keep stepping up. And like I said, Eddie Hearn's been stepping up every single time. So after this fight, once I get through Pedraza, I know he's gonna step up with an even bigger name. So I'm just excited, man.
Okay. All right. And then if you had to describe your mentality heading into 2025, what would you say?
Man, I'm coming for the world champions. I think this is the best time, especially like I said, I got Eddie Hearn now. After these couple fights, man, after this next fight, you never know. You maybe want to be like, yo, I give you a title shot opportunity and I'll take it. So it's really now just, doing my thing and just being ready when the opportunity comes because I could very well sense an opportunity for a title shot this coming 2025.
No doubt. All right. And then lastly, Eddie Hearn isn't gonna get froggy and challenge you to one of his little runs that he does before the fights, is he?
Nah, I hope not, man. I hope not. Damn, man, you be setting me up that way. I hope not.
All right. Hey, listen, Tito, I appreciate your time. I want to wish you the best of luck in your fight in January and for a bigger 2025.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Boxing Rush Hour Show, fightsatw.com. Listen, I got the guy that nobody wants to fight in the junior middleweight division. I'm gonna say it because it's the truth. All right. And normally he delivers the bad news in the ring, and that's why nobody wants to fight him. I can only be talking about one man who's 20-0, 15 KOs, and that's Charles Conwell. Charles, what's going on?
Yes, sir. How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, man. So listen, yeah, ranked number 5 with the WBC, 14 with the IBF, and number 3 with the WBA. This guy, he's been putting in the work for a long time, and now it seems like, you're finally getting, the opportunities that you've worked so hard for. But
Yeah.
before we get into that, I want to just take a step back for a second. What's been going on with Charles Conwell outside of the ring this year? Just to kind of give people a peek behind the curtain of life of Charles Conwell in 2024.
This year, I did something big outside the ring. I opened up my own gym, so I'm excited about that. I teamed up with my family and friends, and we created something for the kids in the inner city. We partnered up with a mental health agency. So everything's just going real good for me right now outside of the ring. I'm excited about it. Everything I just opened up in September, and everything's been going smooth. I've been getting kids in, and you know what? I'm excited about it. And it was always a goal of mine to have my own gym, and it came true. So that's one of the things I'm really excited about when we talk about.
That's what's up. Now, what's the name of the gym and where is it located so that people can know?
The name of the gym is Team Tough Combat and Fitness, and it's in East Cleveland, Ohio. It's the inner city of Cleveland, and just like in the underserved community. But I feel like we'll be doing. It used to be boxing there. It used to be boxing there. Like a lot of Cleveland boxers came from that city, and then it's just they shut the boxing gym down. So I think it was a perfect opportunity for me to come in and swoop in and bring boxing back to that neighborhood. And everything been going good so far. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and just curious, like what was this something you said you had thought about it for a long time, but I guess I wanted to know what the motivation was behind you specifically opening up the gym and maybe not so much, somebody else that you know or somebody's affiliated with you.
You know what? At first, I was just like, I could just get my own gym. That gym's like for me. Like I can go there anytime. I can just work out anytime. But now it's like I want to bring boxing back to Cleveland, where I'm from, and I just want to, give back what I learned and just to be a pillar of the community. It's just and it's always still a place for me to go to work out for myself. So it's just all just worked out, and it's crazy because I didn't expect me to do it so soon. I thought it would be something like sometime later down the line, but it just so happened everything just aligned perfectly, and couldn't. I just had to just went for it.
Ah, that's what's up, man. All right. So listen, you signed with Golden Boy in February, right? You fought in April and August, both stoppages. This is the first time that you're fighting the third for 3 times since 2020, this upcoming fight. Um, how has it been with Golden Boy, and how has this situation been different, if any, than any other situation you've been in as far as a boxing promoter?
Like you said, just the activity, man. Like you said, I haven't been as active since 2020, and that's major. It's 2024 now, so I'm excited about it. And this is what I need. I feel like this is what I needed coming off such long layoffs and start and stop careers, just the consistency of just staying active in the ring. And I feel like with this, it just makes you better. It makes you more comfortable in the ring. It makes you a better overall fighter because you're more active, you're training more often, you're in training camp more often, just working on your craft more often. So I just think it just makes you better. And it's giving me constant motivation and just giving me, just letting the world know I'm still here. I get to put my face in the media a lot more, talk to you, just get on the zone and just, be broadcasted. So I'm excited about it. Plus this division right now is like the hottest division in boxing. So
100%. And given that uh so activity kind of gets, it has mixed reviews. Some folks say, they prefer being more active. Some say not so much because their bodies take, too much it takes too much toll on them. How do you feel physically given that this is the first time that you're this active in so long?
I was like, I could like I said, I took long layoffs before this, so it's like it's only right. I had to come back more. I had to come back active. I had to come back fighting often. Or it was I don't want a lot of more stops in my career. I didn't did that. I'm going into the prime of my career. I'm at 27 years old, so I'm looking for those
just like the activity just for me to catch up and just to get back into the media's face and get back pushing and getting for those big fights.
That's what's up. All right, now you're fighting an undefeated guy in Vegara who's making his U.S. debut. He's fought mostly, I think, in Argentina. How do you prepare for a 20-fight veteran who may not have that much fight tape on him because he's fought like local shows in South America?
I mean, you just gotta prepare for everything. You know, I go on YouTube, I look up see what he got on there, and I see what he has. I know he's southpaw. I know he's a real tough guy. I know he's coming to win. So that right there, enough alone is enough motivation for me to get up every morning and be the best that I can be. So that right there, but just working on everything, man. There's nothing, no stone goes unturned. I'm trying to just go out there and perform better than I did the last time and get the fans a real good fight and just keep moving forward, man. This is another big fight for me, probably one of the biggest ones in my career so far because it's such big things on the horizon for me in the future. So this is my world title shot for me right now. So I'm just locked in. I'm ready. He's 20-0 for a reason. He's not, so that means something.
Yeah, no doubt. And so you're training out of your gym now, right? Your new gym.
No, I'm still training with Soul City in
Okay.
Toledo, Ohio.
Okay. All right. And so I was gonna say, have you incorporated anything new to your camp? Like sometimes you get to a certain point, you start, bringing in like strength and conditioning guys or whatever. Have you done any of that for this camp?
Yeah, been before this camp. Like since I been with Golden Boy, we got a new strength and conditioning guy that I've been knew him for a while now, but we just really started really working together and locking in since I signed with Golden Boy. So from my first fight to this fight now, everything's been going real smooth. So I'm excited about that. I feel like I'm always in good shape. I'm pushing my body to the limit every way now, and excited about that. So
Yeah. What's his name?
his name is Lorenzo Buckingham. He'll be at the fight.
Lorenzo Buckingham. Okay. All right. And then what happens on December 14th at the Toyota Arena in Ontario, California?
December 14th, you gonna see me with my hand raised with a win in dominant fashion. If I want because I say I want the big fights, I want the big fights. For me to get the big fights, I think I need to put on another statement win for sure, and finish the year out strong. So I'm just looking out there just to go out there and dominate and just show there's levels to this game, and I'm ready for what's next.
That's right. And speaking of that, lastly, what does 2025 look like for you? And is next year the moment that you get the big fight? And maybe what are some of the things that your promoter's telling you right now?
I think 2025 look like for me. I think 2025 is gonna be a breakout year for me. I feel like 2025, I'm gonna get some big name fighters in the ring with me. I think hopefully I get that title shot, man. Hopefully I want a title shot. If not, I'll love to fight an ex-world champion or title eliminator for sure. One of those two. If I can't get the champion in there, so I can just be right there on the brink and just closing the year out with another bang and get closer and closer to that world title. But I feel like next year I should get a world title shot for sure for the end of the year out.
That's what's up, Charles. Listen, from your smile, it seems like there's some really good plans cooking in there. And I want to wish you the best of luck next week or December 14th on the fight in Ontario, California. And look forward to seeing what you got cooked up for next year.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
It's the Boxing Rush Hour Show.